Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, or Chak Kodash. Double honor to the apostles that rule well at Great Millstone. Peace, blessing, salutation to the brethren, to the believers that's here in America, and that's also scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. To you, I say Shalom. This is Mark chapter 13, verse 22. And it reads, "For false Christ and false prophets shall rise, and shall shew signs and wonders to seduce, if it were possible, even the elect." The NLT says, "For false messiahs and false prophets will rise up and perform signs and wonders so as to deceive, if possible, even God's chosen ones." Okay, so the word Christ is in the Greek is Christos. Okay. It's Christos. Pseudo Christos. False anointed, false Messiah. Okay, so these false prophets out here, they're preaching false doctrine, they're preaching false teachings. Okay, they have, left-hand spirits on them, and they're trying to heap up disciples to themselves. They're trying to deceive people, but guess what? The Lord's elect will not be deceived by a false teacher or by a false prophet. Verse 23, take ye heed, behold, I have foretold you all things. The NLT says, watch out, I have warned you about this ahead of time. Okay. The GNT says, be on guard. I have told you everything ahead of time. So the Messiah already put us on. He put his disciples on. Okay, and these scriptures we have today, and these scriptures are a comfort to us, because these scriptures, comforts us, instruct us. Okay, so the Lord's elect, his chosen ones, they're not going to be deceived by a false teacher. Okay, I want to bring out I want to bring out, what's that? 1 John 2. This 1 John chapter 2, verse 18. Little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard that anti-anointed shall come, even now are there many anti-anointed, whereby we know that it is the last time. So these people are against the Messiah. These false teachers and false prophets are against Yahweh Shai. They're against the true prophets. Okay. Going to that word anti-Christos, it says, That Antichrist goes back to Antichristos, and it says the adversary of the Messiah. Okay, so go to the Strongs, an opponent of the Messiah. So these people are against the true men of the Lord. These people, these false teachers are against the true doctrine. Okay, they're against the true prophets. Who? These false prophets, these false teachers. That's bringing in just damnable heresies, man. That's preaching false doctrine. Verse 19, they went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us. But they went out, that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us. See that? The NLT says these people left our churches, but they never really belonged with us. Otherwise, they would have stayed with us. When they left, it proved that they did not belong with us. That's right. And you have men leaving the body. Okay, you have men leaving the church, leaving the brothers. That's written in the scriptures, because it proved that those men that left the battlefield, they wasn't of us. They didn't belong to us. They don't belong to Yahweh Shai. You see? They don't belong to Yahweh Shai. Therefore, you know, they preaching false doctrine. These men that once give double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone, now they're once these men leave the body, now they preaching false doctrine. They have different left hand spirits on them, vainglory spirits, vain spirits, pride, demon, puffed up spirits, preeminence, wanting to be that guy, spirit upon them. Okay. Acts 20 verse 29, for I know this, that after my departing shall grievous wolves enter in among you, not sparing the flock. Also of your own selves shall men arise, speaking perverse things to draw away disciples after themselves. So like after them. The verse 30 in the NLT says, even some men from your own group will rise up and distort the truth in order to draw a following. See? That's these false prophets out here. That's that um dude Hassad. Okay, men like that, man, they just trying to heap up disciples, unto themselves. These men speaking perverse things. They speaking things they ought not to speak. They don't have the mind of Yahweh Shai. You see that? That's why they deny. That's why these false prophets deny the miracles of Yahweh Shai. You have false prophets denying the miracles of Yahweh Shai. You have men, false teachers, talking about Paul's writings is pretty much not important. Okay, which Yahweh Shai taught. He taught personally himself, Paul. He taught Paul the scriptures, man. You know? He was a chosen vessel by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, to preach the gospel. You have certain people that only believes in the Old Testament or only believe in the New Testament. You have certain people that don't believe that the Apocrypha is canon, you know. So you have men speaking perverse things to draw away disciples after them. Why? Because they want a following. They want to be that guy. Okay. So I want to bring this scripture out in the Good News Translation, GNT. This is Acts chapter 20, verse 30. The time will come when some men from your own group will tell lies to lead the believers away after them. But guess what? The elect will not be deceived. You see that? Because salvation, deliverance will be for the elect of the nation of Israel. Verse 31, watch then and remember that with many tears day and night I taught every one of you for 3 years. Okay? So these people trying to draw a following. Okay? This is Philippians 2 verse 3. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind let each esteem other better than themselves. Okay? Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory. But what these deceivers want, they want vainglory. They're not lowly, they're not humble. Okay? Most of these false prophets out here, they're in it for filthy lucre. This is Titus chapter 1 verse 10. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision. Right? Those that know that they're Israelites. It's a lot of unruly, vain talkers and deceivers. Verse 11, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not for filthy lucre's sake. The NLT says they must be silenced because they are turning whole families away from the truth by their false teaching, and they do it only for money. So if you don't think these false prophets sold out, well, guess what, man? Think again. These false teachers sold out. Some of them. Shalom.